create a brainstorm your guide. Have you been able to create an opt-in? Put a 1 in the box, or let me know your progress so far and where you've got to right now. We'll be doing a total recap on the next webinar. We'll be doing another webinar, which will most likely be later on this week, and that will be a time to also ask some questions about anything that's been currently done. So let me know in the chat where you've got to so far. Have you brainstormed your product? Have you been able to go through and look through the system? Let me know right now as I get everything up on this end. I'm just putting the things ready for today. Cool. Will there be a membership site we can review all of our past sessions? Len, yep, I'm setting up that at the moment. Right now there's a page. Do you have access to the page? Let me know if you have access to the page. If you don't, I can post it in here for you. Cool. Outline for guide. Fantastic. Ebook cover. Excellent. Website header, Facebook page header, all done. Now I need to write an ebook and a guide. Fantastic. Brooks, that's excellent progress. Awesome. Just getting started, had some personal delays, so I've missed the prior webinar sessions until now. I am now looking forward to checking out the replays. Fantastic. Well, let me post that link in. I'm just going to grab it up for you now, and I'll post that link in here for you so you'll be able to review this right here. All right, so I'm just going into this, and I'll drop this link in for you, and very shortly to grab and use. So let me do that in just a moment. It is in this group here. Cool. So this link will give you access to all of the previous replays, and I'll be adding another replay in, or 2 replays in today. I'm recording this webinar right now, so you'll have access to that as well. So let me just grab this. I'll post this in the chat. And then today what we're going to be focusing on is getting traffic. Here it is right here. Cool. So there we are. Excellent. Cool. Did everyone receive that? Put a 1 in the box if you received that I just posted right now. Excellent. All right. Cool. Fantastic. All right. Well, what I'll be doing then is I'm just loading up the last couple of things here, and then we'll get started. Now, before we get started, is there any questions that you have remaining that you would like to get sorted, or that you would like answered on this call? Let me know in the chat. And yep, you'll be able to see my screen soon. Fantastic. Everyone's received it. And yep, everything that we've been learning is important, obviously, without traffic. Now, we're going to be going through our lead funnel and how to go ahead and basically use our lead funnel inside of our chat. So you'll be able to go ahead and do that, and you'll learn exactly what you need to in order to basically drive traffic through your lead funnel. So I'm just loading up what we've done in the previous sessions. Give me just a moment and I'll have it up. Running a little bit late today because of this, but that'll be fine. So I'm going to show you where I started getting traffic. I'm going to show you what's working right now. We're going to go through a few traffic sources. We're going to go through Facebook. We're going to go through YouTube. There's a couple of softwares that I'll be going through and showing you as well. One of them is Audience Drill, which you've actually got access to and you can actually resell. It's a product that I use personally. That's why we created it, to give us the ability to basically market over Facebook, find our audiences a lot better, and also Video Drill as well, which is a great option if you're dealing with YouTube. Okay, it's a paid software for YouTube. I'll be going through with you how exactly that can be used, and you'll figure out or see from that how that can be used as well. This will help you to sell the products, and it will also help you to find where you'd get traffic in order to sell these products as well. So you'll be able to find out about that, and it should be really good. All right, so one moment, almost finished here, and then I'll be loading it up and getting started. I can see a couple of questions that have been posted, so I'm going to answer them as well right here. All right. Okay, almost finished. Cool. And finally, I'm just opening up the Facebook.com ads. Facebook ads. All right, excellent. Okay, and I'll just handle these questions. Cool. This is the 4th webinar that's available, and you'll see the other replay being posted very soon. And John, yep, that's the only resource we're adding content to. All right, so I'm going to share my screen right here, and I'm going to show you first of all what's a good place to start. Now, first of all, we're generating traffic. So we're generating traffic, and the way we're generating traffic is we're generating it through our leads funnel. All right, so it starts here, and then we move through. Now, there's a number of different traffic sources around the web. You've got Facebook, you've got YouTube. Traffic is a tool, and thankfully, it's easy to get. Traffic is one of the most easy things about this business to get. The issue is making sure that the traffic you get is one, targeted traffic, right? And also that you're able to get the traffic for a low cost and you're able to make money off the traffic that you send. So what's important to do before you send any traffic is have your lead funnel completely finished, all right? You should have your lead funnel finished as much as you possibly can. What the lead funnel should consist of is one opt-in like this, a follow-up sequence, an email follow-up sequence of probably about a good month, so about 30 days to 60 days after someone has actually opted in. So you've got plenty of time to send out emails, plenty of time to recommend products, and people can go through that 60 days, learn from you or learn about a particular topic that you've chosen to specialize in, and buy products that are going to be a good fit for them. And also, you'll be able to then see who's converted into a customer and who hasn't. You should also have this all automatically created, all set up. Your white label products that you have access to, they should be listed within the funnel. So, 1 week you might have a focus around Audience Drill, for example, and selling Audience Drill and recommending why a customer would use Audience Drill. Audience Drill is a Facebook software. It makes it really easy to go ahead and find clicks for cheaper. It also gives you the ability to over Facebook find better targeting. Now also YouTube, targeting people that may want to get information about YouTube, focusing on emailing them information about that for a week, plus recommending that they get access to your particular product. And there's a few other products that you now have white label rights to that you can post in that funnel. What are some of the products that you have in right now that you're planning to use, which are white label products that you plan to use in your funnel? Put a 1 or let me know in the box right now what those products are. Cool. Contest software, Christina, perfect. I believe that's a Facebook contest software, so that's a good option to put in the funnel. So you'd have that probably somewhere during the week of educating people about Facebook, and then you'd introduce contest software or even contests in general. That would be introduced. And after your initial product, then make sure that the products that you recommend are similar. So in Len's case, he's got Run a Webinar. He's got video skins and audience drill. So these are 3 pretty critical softwares for people that are running an online business, which is really good. So Len, you might start off building your opt-in around a video product of some sort, and then you can recommend someone getting access to video skins first. After that, run a webinar because people may want a webinar system or software to use in their business. And then after that, audience drill. Cool, very cool. All right, so another traffic source for the online marketing niche that I recommend looking at to start off with is actually Warrior Forum. Now, Warrior Forum is a traffic source. It's where I started. It's where most other marketers start. So I have to incorporate this into this webinar. Now, Warrior Forum has decreased in size. It's not it's not what it used to be. Basically, it's not the big site that it used to be, and it's not as good as it was since it got sold to one of the freelancing companies. That's my opinion. I can see, though, that they have less people viewing a lot of their items. That shouldn't stop you still. Warrior Forum still is a great place to list offers, and you can get leads and traffic from posting in this forum right here. I actually used to post in here when I first started, and I would post a product to sell, a small product, or I might post a freebie giveaway, and I'd be able to post that inside of here. And this was a way of generating leads for me, and then putting those leads through my lead funnel. So Warrior Forum special offers is a good place to start. Now, the next place is actually the War Room. The War Room is a great place. I post in here still today, and you'll actually see here that if I logged in, I'm not sure if I can still remember my login and password. I'm going to try and log in right now, and I'll show you what this looks like. And I really don't like their new password system. I would try this. All right, it's not letting me log in. Probably I've forgotten my my PayPal account. So I'll dive into that in just a second. Basically, I'm going to find my password for it actually, and then I'll show you this because it's quite important. Basically, the War Room itself, it gives you the ability to go through and basically post for free content to members, and then from posting that free content, you're able to go through and after doing that, basically after doing that, you're able to go through and post any content that you might want to post into there that's acceptable for the community, that's actually going to be useful for the community, and from there people can download that content as they want. All right, they can go in there, they can download it as they want, and basically use the software as they or products that you post in there as they want as well. And the value for you in doing that is that you basically get to you get to give free content away. You get to build a subscriber list, because if people read your content and they like your content, they're going to subscribe to your list. And it gives you the opportunity also to build relationships with people inside of that community there, which can be really quite useful and valuable as well. So again, that's a useful thing to have basically inside of the site itself. So I'm just trying to find my password. I'll type in to search. I'm not sure why, but I always have issues with the Warrior Forum with my passwords. Here it is. All right, I have it. Good. And you're probably already a member of this. If you're not already a member, I recommend becoming a member at least. I have my own forum that we can use that I personally use, but this now, this has more traffic than that. You can see here, this is one of my posts. It's for 3,000 leads in 30 days, right? So I did a post a wee while back on the 29th of May for 3,000 leads in 30 days. And you can see here, I still get information about it. I still get leads. I still have people downloading this. And I basically give people the option to opt in if they want to, and they can go through, they can download my free product, they can get used to it. They see my signature, so they can actually see here backersboard.com, and they can choose to register at backersboard.com as well. So if they go through, they register at backersboard.com, then I'm able to get traffic from that. You can also, as a member of Warrior Forum, you can use signatures to post inside of the forum and have people going back to your website. So anyone here, I'm actually advertising backersboard.com. If they click on this, it's going to go to the join of backersboard.com, and people can go ahead and register for backersboard.com. So you'd put a link to your leads funnel in here, and you can actually post around this forum. And every time that you post a comment, you say thanks for getting access to this or provide any advice, then it promotes your signature. And a lot of people, if they like what you're saying, they're interested in what you're doing, will check that out, and then they'll go through and they'll register for your subscriber list. You need to have a signature in order to do that, though. So I do recommend that if you go ahead and do this, that you do have some sort of signature there to help you as well. And you'll find that that'll be a really good option in generating traffic. And the more you post around Warrior, I have over 572 posts on Warrior Forum. The more posts you do, the more your signature is going to show up as people search for that content that's on Warrior Forum, and the more leads you'll be able to generate. I recommend doing that on Backersboard as well, putting a signature in there, so any posts that you have on the forum, they're going to be picked up and people will be able to see them as well. I used to make about $100 per day simply from posting on Warrior Forum with a signature here back to my leads funnel. Okay, I'd post, I'd offer advice, and then people would go through, register, they'd purchase products through my my lead funnel, and I would make money as a result of doing that. Is this strategy kind of clear? Put a 1 in the box if this is clear. And yep, all you need to do is have your everything in place, your leads funnel. If you have a fan page, a YouTube channel, any of that, put it in place, and then make sure that you can set up a signature. Now, how do you set one of these up? First of all, you need to be a Warrior member, I believe. You need to be a member of the War Room, and that costs, I believe, about $97 to get started with. It used to be $37. I think it's about $97 now. It might be still $37. I'm not 100% sure. Then you need to go into your profile, view profile. You need to go into the About Me, and then you can edit the About Me through, and I haven't done this in a wee while, haven't edited my signature in a wee while. It might be the contact info, friends, statistics, About Me, view your About Me as everyone sees it. You can edit it in this section right here, customize profile, and then from there go into signature, edit signature. All right, so that's how you get to it. That's how you edit your signature inside of Warrior Forum. It's a bit complicated. However, it's here. You just need to click on basically, customize profile, and that will then allow you to do it. Cool. So that's a traffic source, and I recommend doing that. Another thing that I recommend doing is actually going through into Google, and this is what I did at the start when I was getting started as well, and search for make money online. Now, what I used to do is I would search for different product creators that had blogs, that had traffic sources, and I would actually offer my services, my article writing services, to these people. And I started off doing, writing for a number of websites, and through that I actually built a number of affiliate contacts. And some of those affiliate contacts translated into a lot of money. I was able to post articles, to contribute content to their websites. I would generate leads from doing that. I would search Make Money Online blog. I would search for people that I could, personally reach out to. Nowadays, you can look through here and you can find people that you could personally reach out to, and you can now find them on Facebook. You can reach out to them on Facebook and ask them, hey, would they like some content for their website? All that you ask is they put your signature in place at the bottom of the article, and it's free content. It's content that will be unique that they can use for their website. Now, if you can find a really trafficked blog, that's a really good way of actually going ahead and posting and seeing, how much traffic you get from that blog. And if you do get a significant amount of traffic, then keep posting again. You can do these things that are called guest articles, and you'd go in and you'd approach a marketer like this. You might have, this is Smart Marketers, who ranks fairly high. They've got a bit of a following. You can always look and see how active a blog is by the amount of comments that it has. This one doesn't have too many comments, but it's ranking for a few things. It has authority, so it would be a good website to have your lead funnel on. So what I would do is I'd often message this person. I'd find them on Facebook. I'll go ahead and see if they had a Facebook profile. This particular person has a Facebook page, so I might message them over Facebook. They also have a contact us, which should be available down the bottom here. About, you can advertise. You can probably find their contact information through the advertise function here, and you can approach them. All right, so blogging, writing guest articles for people, that's a good way of generating traffic when you're first starting out. This is what I did when I first started out to get the first few leads through. And some of these resources, some of the articles that I wrote, I still get leads from today. I still have people registering in my list. I have no idea. I've forgotten about where the traffic's coming from, but they're still registering into my leads funnel, even though the leads funnel is been up for a number of years, and they still register today. So eric@smartmarketers.com is the email address. You can email that, and I would usually have a brief. I'd have an example of an article that I could write, and I would make suggestions on what I'd post on their website to help them with that. Put a 1 in the box if this is clear. Cool. Now, the next step, obviously, is now you need to figure out, or the next step is to confirm where the traffic is. Now, most of the traffic that is online today is coming from Facebook, and it's also coming from YouTube. All right, Facebook and YouTube have a significant amount of the traffic that are around today. Google has a lot of traffic as well. The disadvantage of Google is that it is very expensive. Google's traffic is very expensive to buy from a paid ads perspective. So most marketers that I know today do not use Google ads. Some do, but they're not making a great amount of money through it. So that leaves us with Facebook. It leaves us with YouTube. And if you're in another niche, such as fitness and dating, there's actually a traffic source called Plenty of Fish. Plenty of Fish is a dating website, but it also has a very good advertising platform. So you can actually advertise through Plenty of Fish. The clicks are not too expensive, and a lot of CPA marketers use Plenty of Fish to go out and start making money. I'll show you the website so you know what it is. It's plentyoffish.com. And you can join their advertising profile platform, and it's a dating website, and the ads appear up the top and down the side. So you can actually advertise on this dating website. I believe if I go down to the bottom, it has a advertising component to it, and I've got a Plenty of Fish account. I haven't used it for a long period of time, but if you're looking to get into the dating niche, you're looking to get into the fitness niche, and a few other niches, it doesn't work well with Make Money Online from what I've read. This is a good website, a good option though if you're in another niche such as health, fitness, or dating. Okay, Plenty of Fish, and it has a very good advertising platform that you can get signed up for very easily and start advertising on. Okay, you just need to basically go ahead, you need to get an account, and then from there you're good to go. Now this is new. It says that it's closed down their advertising platform right now, that they're not taking on new marketers. Now that's very interesting in itself. So if you do want to advertise on this website, it may be a lot more difficult now. There is a way still to do it. the best way to go ahead and is to connect with someone that's inside of Plenty of Fish, and you'll need a reputation of buying traffic in order to do that, though, and that's probably why they've shut it down. Probably because they had a lot of people registering and they've decided to upgrade their platform, and they'll also be most likely putting through a process of screening of new affiliates. That's what often happens on websites like this. So that leaves us, okay, we'll cancel Plenty of Fish then, because that doesn't, it's probably not a good option right now. The advertising platform over Facebook is the next option. Now, the Facebook ads are probably the first place to start when it comes to your lead funnel. It's a really good place to start. It's a good traffic source. And what you're going to do is you're going to have a set amount of time that you can use your lead funnel on Facebook. So the good thing about Facebook is that it has a lot of traffic. There's all sorts of people you can target over Facebook, and ideally what you need to do is build up your Facebook list, all right? A list of people over Facebook that you can advertise to and market to, promote to. So the way that we do that is we first of all need to install onto our opt-in page, which is right here, we need to install retargeting. Now put a 1 in the box if you've heard of retargeting before. All right, now retargeting is a way of basically when people go to your website, you can cookie them, all right? You can drop a pixel onto their browser, and that pixel tells Facebook that they are related to your website. Then what Facebook does is it actually records your retargeting list inside of Facebook, and you can then message or advertise to that retargeted person or that person around the web, all around the web. You can advertise on Facebook. There's also websites that allow you to advertise around the web. Those websites are, for example, AdRoll, and they're also Perfect Audience. Perfect Audience and AdRoll give you the ability to advertise around the web. Now, Audience Drill gives you a good way of advertising to these people, right? Audience Drill will help you do the targeting, and it will help you do the retargeting as well. So you've got access to Audience Drill. It's a software you've got access to inside of your forum, and if you go into or not inside of your forum, but inside of your account, and if you go into your account, you'll be able to get access to this particular software and start using it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up Audience Drill right now. This is the software right here that you've actually got access to. Now you can white label and sell this as you want. Audience Drill will give you the ability to search through what people are advertising, and it will also give you the ability to post inside of Facebook as well. So this is a software that will give you the ability to go ahead and basically type in specific criteria that you're looking for and find people that you might want to advertise and target. It has a number of different search criteria, and you can also use Post Drill, which will find a bunch of posts inside of Facebook that people have created, and you can track those posts. That's the main reason for Audience Drill. Okay, it's a great way of targeting people and getting really detailed with your targeting. You can do what's called cross-targeting, and you can target people that like cats and also want to make money online. So you can target people for 2 different types of medians, and that can be also really quite good to do as well. So Audience Drill, it's available here. I'll show you how to use that soon. But we're on to retargeting, so I'll go through this. So in order to do retargeting, what you need to do is go into Pixels. You'll want to create a audience, but first you need to create and add your pixel. So click on View Pixel Code, and you want to add this pixel code into your opt-in. All right, it goes into the HTML section, and from there it's a lot easier. Now, in terms of cross-targeting, George, you can, but you can't do as in depth. Audience Drill will find certain specific audiences that you can't find inside of Facebook. It actually finds interests, and interests targeting is a lot more targeted, but Facebook doesn't give you the options to do interests targeting inside of its platform. We did this through the API, and you can search people based on a number of different interests which you previously couldn't do. You can search by occupation. You can search by pages liked by certain people that have an occupation who also like, fitness or another specific page, and cats. So you can actually build a profile around a group of people, and you can target that specific group of people with this software. That's the real advantage of it. Now, going back to the Ads Manager, yes, this is within the Ads Manager. So in order to do retargeting, you need to post this pixel in here, all right? You need to copy it. You need to go into ClickFunnels and add it into the HTML. You need to go into Optimize Press and add it into the HTML. And I talked to a friend of mine, and I'm actually going to get you access for this to his training system on Facebook ads. When it comes to traffic, Facebook is one of the best places to learn about. And very soon, probably in the next couple of days, I'll have that product that will be posted onto the page for this course, and it's going to have all of the details about specific Facebook advertising. And the reason that we're doing that is that Facebook is a great place to target. It's a great place to be marketing on, and you'll want information about it. So look out for that. It'll be in a couple of days' time. So does everyone understand how this pixel kind of works? Put a 1 in the box if you do. What it does is, after it's been installed on your website, after you've installed this on your website, what happens is that everyone who visits your website will be pixeled, all right? They'll be pixeled. And you can build up a pixel list inside of Facebook. You can see here that I have almost 5,000 people that have had pixels dropped on them. So this is where my traffic is coming from. This is just for May. In May alone, I've been able to generate 5,000 pixel traffic, right? So this is the pixel right here. This is for one of my campaigns, all right? So the pixels that were dropped, we've had almost 5,000 people visit my website, and so almost 5,000 people are on my retargeting list in Facebook. Okay, so 5,000 people on my retargeting list in Facebook. So in order to use this code, let me show you how to use it. You basically click on View Pixel Code. You go Select All. I'll go through and copy it. Usually it has a copy button, or it copies it immediately, but it's not doing that for me. So I go through. Come on. All right, I'll just see if we can copy this whole thing. Copy it. All right, copy. Then I'm going to open up my site builder. All right, it might be ClickFunnels. It might be, it might be Optimize Press. It might be, it might be something else that you're using. So let me show you how to install this really quickly, and then after that I'll explain a bit more about retargeting. Now I'm just grabbing my ClickFunnels password. For whatever reason, my ClickFunnels account seems to have changed. Well, it's not letting me log it in. One sec, I'll just do a forget password on this. Very odd. Now, what was your appeals that you've made to Facebook? Let me know, Jim. And yep, I've just frozen my screen just to make sure that I can go ahead and get into ClickFunnels, because my password isn't letting me log in. I suspect that's because I'm using a different IP address now, but we'll figure that out. All right. Cool, I'm in. All right, so this is ClickFunnels right here. So we're just going to find one of my pages that I'm using right now, and we're going to go ahead and use this retargeting code. So we'll find whoa. Oh, no, that's not what I want. Okay, I'm not sure why I did that. All right, let's go to my opt-in page, 3,030 days. We'll click on Edit. We'll click on Edit Page. We're going to go into this page. And then what we're going to do is we're going to click on Settings. We're going to go ahead and click on Tracking Codes. And then you add it into the header. Okay, so tracking codes and then add it in here. So it's basically, any HTML. So I could add it like this, or what I could do is I could delete it here. And what I could do is I could, click on, not that, 1 second. I can go down here, I can click on New Element, and I can click on HTML. So I can go to HTML, I can find the HTML element, I can click Add to Page, click on this, and again, add in my code. Okay, so that will also work. And then that pixel will be added to Facebook. It'll be added to Facebook. Now, usually you'll put this on your front page. You won't actually put it on your thank you page. Cool. So that's how you would add it in. Now, once you've built up a retargeting list, what you're going to see, or once you start doing this, you're going to see this pixel traffic increase in size. You'll also see the URLs that you're retargeting. These are the URLs that I'm retargeting right now. These URLs I'm retargeting, you can see here I've got a couple of rotating websites. I've got Backers Board I'm retargeting. I'm retargeting Run a Webinar. I'm retargeting Backers Board, the join at Backers Board, that particular URL, and Run a Webinar as well. I can go down, you can see more that I'm retargeting, and you can see all the different websites that are being retargeted. Now I retarget or add retargeting to all of my past websites, and then what I can do from there is I can create an audience. So you click Create Audience, you create it for your pixel, you create anyone who visits your website. You can then go ahead and add a domain that you want to. So say, for example, if I was doing this for 30 in 30 days, 3000in30days.com, I would use that website, choose a domain. Okay, it hasn't picked it up yet. I need to save it. Basically, once I've added my pixel, it'll come up as a domain here. I'm just going to add this as an example domain today. Now what I can do is I can target people that have had traffic going to this domain, and I can actually present them with ads. And I'm going to call this Backers Board Audience 1. Create audience. So this audience that I'm creating is based around all of my traffic, or it's based on a bit of my traffic, all right? All my traffic or a bit of my traffic that I've been able to generate through retargeting. Then what I do is I create an ad. I click Create Ad, and I can create an ad and advertise to those people who have been pixeled, all right? Now, not everyone who goes to my website will have a Facebook account. The ones that do have a Facebook account or are logged into Facebook are the ones that I can advertise to. Now, this platform for Facebook advertising has changed once again, so I'm going to do my best to show you what this process is. I haven't seen this new layout myself, so I'm not sure when they changed this. It must have been in the last few days that they've actually changed this. It's split up into three different campaigns, or three different options. So we need to go through all three of these. First of all, click on Increase Conversions for your website, or however you want to create your objective. Then type in your website name, which might be Backers Board Retargeting. I've already got one of those, so I'll put in 1. Then it goes to the next step, which is who would you like to retarget? This is where you add that audience that we just created. The audience is based around the people that you want to retarget. So you'd browse for your audience and see this retargeting audience right here. See this one here? Backers Board Retargeting Audience. We would add that in, and now anyone from the past who has visited backersboard.com, my website, and anyone in the future who has visited backersboard.com, my website, will be retargeted. All right, this is really important to set up from the start. And then you want to untick New Zealand. Right? You don't want to target anyone specifically unless you've got a particular country you're looking to retarget in. Then from there, go down target there. You can choose what ages you want. You can choose whether you want all people, male or female. You can choose if you want specific languages. And you can also get more detailed with your targeting to those people that you're retargeting. In this case, I want to retarget everyone who's gone to my website. I can then choose my placements. I can untick some of these. Now, I wouldn't want to put this on Instagram, so I'm going to untick that. I wouldn't want to put this on, mobile necessarily, so I'll untick that. I could put it on mobile, but usually, it's a traffic source in itself. It's a bit different. And then from there, I can choose my daily budget. Now, the thing about retargeting is that it's really inexpensive. It's really cheap to use retargeting. To advertise to these 5,000 people, it may only cost me, $100, okay? And it's a good way of getting traffic, and the traffic that you get is highly targeted, so they convert at a really high percentage. You end up with a really high conversion rate as a result of this budget here. Right, you end up with a really high conversion rate as a result of this here. So be aware that that's the case. And you can set a start date and an end date as well. Now, retargeting, it is added to your website for 180 days. Yep, so to explain the process again, and once I click continue, I can then go and I can continue. Now I'm just going to a conversion event. Now the conversion event is, this is my conversion event. Now what I need to do is I need to actually add in, not only do I need to add in a pixel on my front page, but I also need to add it on my thank you page as well. Now Facebook will track not only your traffic from my website Backers Board, it will also track as people register for my opt-in and my leads funnel. And it will track how many conversions that I'm getting as a result of doing that. So say, for example, I need to create in order to do this, I need to create a conversion event. Now this has changed slightly from the last time that I was on, but in order to create this conversion event, I basically need to have a conversion pixel set up. So I can go define a new custom conversion. I can add my thank you page, so it might be backersboard.com/forum is my thank you page, and that is my checkout page. I can then choose a category, and I can say that this is my completed registration. Click next. The name of my conversion is Backers Board Registration, and I can set a value for it if I want. I could set a conversion value, how much it's worth to me. I'm going to just create this right now. Cool. So I've created my conversion event. Now I type in again Backers Board Registration. Here it is right here. Now I click on View Pixel, and this pixel here needs to also go on the thank you page. All right, so the front page has the other pixel that we had. This pixel here is added to our thank you page. Is that kind of clear? Put a 1 in the box if that's clear. There's two different types of pixels. Well, they should be the same, but one of them is on your front page. One of them is on the page that people go through after they've done that action. The reason that that's the case is we want to track how successful our campaign is. We want to track how much money we're making, so we can make a decision as to whether our campaign is making enough money so we can continue to send traffic for it through it. Put a 2 in the box if that's not clear. Cool, put a 1 in the box if it's clear. All right, a little bit unclear. Okay, cool. What I'll do is I'm going to include that training with the product, and you'll be able to go through this in detail in that training. It can take a little bit of time to get an understanding for. Facebook's ads platform is actually kind of complicated. As you go through it though, and you do this process for yourself, you'll start to understand how Facebook works. There's a lot of training online about it as well. Yes, so number 2 then, yep, number 2 is the thank you page, the registration page. Okay, Jim. Yep. Yeah. If you've got problems with Facebook, Facebook does have a lot of compliance. If there's something that isn't correct, they will have that process. I don't know of any way of speeding it up. You usually just have to wait until they go ahead and have got into like basically told you that it's okay. Now this dot shows as red. The reason it's showing as red is it hasn't been added. I haven't added my pixel to my page yet. When it turns green, then it will show that I've successfully added my pixel to my page. Click continue. And now it's time to create our new ad. Now there's a number of different ways to create your ads for Facebook. One of the best ways that I recommend doing is actually using a service called, or a software called Usign. Now Usign, who's actually got access to Usign? Put a 1 in the box if you do. Okay, well, I'm getting some 1s and some 2s as well. Now, Usign is an image editing software. Now, you can use Paint to do this if you want. What this is doing right now is it's giving me the ability to advertise. So I can choose my Backers Board page. I'll advertise from my Backers Board Facebook page, and it's going to grab some images from my Facebook page that it sees as relevant to do my ads. I type in a message. I might say 25% off, or register to Backers Board for free, limited time only. So I might put something like this on my ad, and you can see here the preview on the right hand side, and that's the preview of what I'm basically doing here. Then what I can do is I can go down, I can choose to remove this image because it's not relevant to my ad, and I can choose an ad that is relevant. So what I might do is I might go over to Backers Board, I might go over to Backers Board /join, and I might just randomly grab a screenshot of this. So it might be just this. I might take a screenshot of that. I might use this image here. I might save this image as. I might go into my downloads maybe, potentially, and add that in here. And I can add that in here. So what I can then do is I can either edit these images in a software like Usign and actually edit my ads, which I recommend doing, loading up a website like Usign, for example. This is Usign right here. You can also use, I think PicMonkey will do this. It's a free solution, PicMonkey. Or if you really want to, you can actually do this through, other image editing software. Clicking on New Design, or we can click on Template actually, and it's got different ad sizes here. So we can create different ads for different types of sizes. This website actually has a bunch of templates, which are Facebook ad templates as well. So I can actually go through here, I can click on Facebook, for example, and it will load up a bunch of different Facebook templates for my advertising campaigns. Now you can use these ads for Facebook, you can use them for advertising around the web, banner ads, any type of ads you want. These are the correct sizes. If we don't find what we're looking for, we can either, or actually this one doesn't look bad, we can click Use then. All right, click Use once you've found one that you like. Cool, so it's got the correct size, and the advantage of using a software like Usign is that you can actually have this edited. You can actually edit this as you go through. All of this is editable, and you can change an ad that you like the look of as you want to. So I can spend a bit of time editing this. And I can edit this as you want. You get the point. Then I can download it and I can upload it to Facebook, and it has the correct sizes. The other option I have is I actually go ahead and I could select an image, and I could drag an image of my choice into this dashboard right here. So I could drag this image here in, and and I could use this as an advertisement. I could drag my screenshot in, for example. I could go to my screenshot. I'll just find my screenshots. There we are. And I could drag this in as well. So I could drag this in as well, and it would actually list, whoa, and it would list that image in there. Okay, it's done something funky there. One sec. Now you can drag multiple images in. Usually you can drag multiple images in without any problems. For whatever reason, then it didn't like what I just did. So I'm just going to go through that process again. Cool. So we've uploaded our images. You can see here previous ads that I've done. These are some of the previous ads that I've advertised with on Facebook. I've advertised and I've used a few images in the past. So what we can do is, and we need to make sure that it's limited, we can use one of these ads. Now this is one that I actually used when we launched Backers Board. I did quite a bit of retargeting for Backers Board when we first launched it. And I don't want to have this. I just want a single image showing. Cool. So single image, browse library. Once again, we're going to add Backers Board. We'll add one of our images from Backers Board, and you can kind of see the types of images that work really well over Facebook. Most of them have banners. They've got a call to action inside of them, and you would just end up adding them like this. Now, people recognize you. They'll recognize you because they've been to your website before. You can then, choose and advertise to them. So I'll put on Backers Board as the page, and there we are. Add Respark. Yep, Add Respark will create the ads for you. That's perfect, Christina. Use Add Respark or a software like that to create these types of ads. Then from there, add your website, add a headline. So in this case, it's backersboard.com/join. So you can do something like that and write this up as you want. So you can customize this ad as you want. Then you can add a call to action, and you can click sign up. You can have a sign up button on there. You can have anything on your ad, and go through and change it, edit it as you want. So people can click on this ad. They can go through. You can see what it looks like on mobile. You can see what it looks like on Instagram. I'm going to take it off those because I don't want it on there. And this is what it'll look like as a wee ad on the side of Facebook. Cool. Now, in terms of what else is really important when you're doing this, using this daily budget here, you want to start off slow at probably like $5 per day and then scale up from there. Also, make sure that you've got some sort of audience here that Facebook shows that in a positive way in the green. And you can set as low a daily budget as you want. Or you can set a lifetime budget. Okay, so you could set like a lifetime budget, which will be spread over a certain period of dates, and you can also use that for your advertising. So really easy way of doing it, and then you'll be able to start advertising. Once you're done, go to ads down the bottom and click on continue, and it's going to then allow you to place your order, and it will start serving those ads over Facebook after it's been approved through Facebook's system. All right, is this making sense? Put a 1 in the box if that makes sense. Now, if you're choosing to advertise and you're not choosing to retarget people, what you'd do is you'd simply change your audience. You could use the same ads, you would just retarget people in a different way. So you would choose a custom audience. You would choose any custom audience here, or you might choose that you don't want to use a custom audience and you would instead do some detailed targeting. So you would use either some interests that you've got from Audience Drill, or you'd go through here, you'd find people that were in a particular category, maybe business or something like that, in a specific, specific group of people, or you'd find people that have a certain interest in a particular page of some sort. Okay, so it might be in terms of they have an interest in marketing, they, have a specific interest in, and you'd want to get more detailed than what we're doing here. You'd want to dig right into it. Cool. So you might actually target people that are interested in digital marketing or online advertising, and then you'd want to make sure that you would target. They might be interested in digital marketing, online advertising, and then we've got a couple of keywords. Now these are massive, massive keywords. We need to narrow our audience. All right, narrow our audience, and the way that we can do that is through adding additional targeting. Now, I haven't actually, this is a new feature. This is set up in a different way. This detailed targeting is set up differently to what it used to be. And this is actually much similar to what Audience Drill offers. So you might be able to do what Audience Drill does inside of Facebook. You can target people that are in a relationship or are single. You might find, for example, that, you might find that a lot of people are, who are, for example, doing this are single. A lot of people that are interested in online marketing, you might find that most of them are single or a particular age group. So you'd want to target those people in that age group. You also want to add a location. So for this, you might add, United States is a good place to be advertising in. And you'd want to make sure that you've got a decent enough audience to advertising to. Now, right now you have a potential reach of about 1 million people. That's usually a little bit much. You'd usually want to go, between 100,000 to 400,000 people to have a good test group. But 1 million isn't bad. According to Facebook, it's not too broad, but it's pretty broad. So what we would do is we might change this up a bit. We might change it up, and we might say that our age group is going to be different. We might target different age groups and see which age group performs best for us. So we might target instead people that are aged 40 to 65. And then we might have another group that's targeted that's between 40 or 20 and 40. We might also only target men. As you can see, we're getting a lot more specific with our targeting. All right, so we've got now 49,000 people that we're targeting who are from the United States, who are males, who are interested in digital marketing and online advertising, who are single. All right, so that's how you use the advertising targeting that is outside of Facebook. Now, the online marketing industry, online marketing in general, is a bit more difficult than targeting fitness or targeting other sorts of niches. Health, for example, these are a lot easier to target because it's a lot easier for Facebook to identify that data. It's a lot more difficult to find someone that's actually interested in online advertising and online, marketing. You can also find that if you have a Facebook account in the United States, I don't have one, but if you do have one, you can do a few more targeting options. You can actually use a different type of targeting, which will give you the ability to find people that have a good income, that earn over $100,000 per year. And you can target people specifically also based on their income, so you know that people you're advertising to have enough income to afford high-paying courses or high-paying products. Okay, if you've got a higher-paid product, and a lot of people advertise on Facebook with high-paid products, then you can do that, and you can target people with that if they have or if you have a high-paid product or course. Okay, put a 1 in the box if this is kind of clear. So Facebook advertising is all about targeting. The best way of targeting your audience is retargeting, because you're going to get people that are only interested in what you are actually offering. So before you do any other traffic through YouTube, through Warrior Forum, through anywhere, put retarget on your website, retarget people, and advertise on Facebook. Then also start a couple of advertising campaigns on Facebook to test your audience and test what demographics, what people are interested in, and start narrowing your market down and advertising over Facebook. You can set small budgets, test your traffic, see how many conversions you get, see how much interest you get for your landing page. And for these, for Facebook advertising, your landing page is going to be different to what YouTube is. So on Facebook, you're going to want to have a social looking page that is very broad in its audience, right? That's broad enough in its audience. So, if you're advertising how to make money online with a software, you'd want to make sure that your market, your audience is broad, and you talk about helping them to do something that's not too complex. The main reason being that if you get too targeted, it'll exclude the audience that you can find on Facebook. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is, I think for today, I've got quite a bit of other traffic to focus on. I'm also going to be showing you YouTube traffic, and I'm going to be showing you a couple of other traffic sources as well. What I'm going to do is we're going to take questions and answers today. In the next webinar, what I'll do is before we get on to a recap, what I'll do is I'll go through the final two traffic sources, which are I'm going to be going through YouTube and other social networks, such as one that we've been using recently, which is Instagram and Pinterest. So let me know in the box if that's okay. Put a 1 in the box if we can cover YouTube marketing and these other two types of traffic on the next call. I think that it'll be a bit overwhelming today to add that in as well. Facebook in itself is quite a big traffic source, and just understanding this process right here is, you can have a full business built on just this traffic. There's people that spend, money on advertising in Facebook, and that's their whole traffic source, their main primary traffic source. So let's stop there for today and take questions about what we've covered today in this particular webinar, and then we'll cover the rest in the next webinar. All right. So, do we have any questions that you have after what we've covered today? Any questions about this session? Any questions about traffic? Any questions related to what's here? What is the difference between SendLane and ClickFunnels? Now, ClickFunnels is a site builder, all right? It's a website builder. So it helps you to build websites and web pages on the net. It'll help you build out your funnel. SendLane is a email marketing software. So it gives you the ability to send emails. So you can send emails to your customers through SendLane, and they both actually work together. They both work together. Now, yes, this pixel is showing an error. The reason it's showing an error, Christina, is that I haven't added the pixel to the thank you page yet. So when I've added that pixel to the thank you page, okay, in this case it would be backersboard.com/forum, then it will show it as green. So it detects once you've added the pixel to the page. Now, yes, I can cover setting up a Facebook fan page on the next session as well if you'd like. Facebook fan pages, they're useful. They're good for your business, and they're good for having a presence on Facebook. They can also help you with your advertising as well. So yeah, good question. I'll show you how to set that up on the next webinar. A general question regarding your thoughts on general product pricing structure. Len, start off slow. So you don't want to jump in right away. You want to start off with a lower priced item. You can do higher priced items over Facebook using advertising, but you need to have something in place in order to build a relationship with that person who's about to buy. And that's often giving them a call. So start off slowly with a product that's usually about $27. And then from there build it up. Once someone's invested a little bit of money with you, then they can, you can start that relationship, build a bit of trust, and there's a higher likelihood of them purchasing a higher priced item. Is there a competitor that you can suggest as an alternative to ClickFunnels? Yep. Leland, yeah, I've got my own coming out, but that's going to be a few months away. So for now, what I'd recommend is ClickFunnels is the best option still. There is also another option that is called, what's it called? Optimize Press 2.0 Insta Builder, and I'm actually releasing another site builder myself very soon in a few days, which is called it's called Modify basically. It's really cool what it does, and it's probably what I would recommend getting actually when it comes out. Uh, it's not my software, but I'm helping with the marketing of it. I'll show you what it is actually. Let me show you what it is. It's not available now. It will be available some point very, very soon. Revamply, it's called. And I'm launching this in June, and it's going to be a lower priced item. There's a few site builders launching in June. Any site builder like that. There's also, there's also, for example, there is a number of site builders that are around that will do the job. This is Revamply right here. This is also a good option. It has a site editor and all of that. So you can edit sites through this, and that'll be coming out. I believe it's going to be about $67. We'll start off with this the price point of about $67. So look out for that if you want a site builder, or there are a number of other options out there as well. Optimized Press is probably one of the most popular. Optimized Press, it's one that I still use today on all my bonus pages, and it's what I recommend. It's a good starting place if you're using WordPress websites. Optimized Press, there's a lot of people that are familiar with Optimized Press as well. You can find someone on Upwork.com to do the editing and page creation very cheaply for Optimized Press, and that can really help as well. Profit Canvas, yep, I know Profit Canvas. Will that work with an opt-in page and funnel? Yes, it will. Yep, Christina, it will. Profit Canvas is a really good option as well. Again, it's another site builder. Brooks, yep, I'm hoping to have a training product in there in the next couple of days on the page. So that will be that will have all the steps that I went through today, and it will be in a product in a step-by-step format. Sure, George. Yep. Optimized Press. I'll type these in. These are three good options. Yep, and Extreme Builder as well. Then, yep, that's the name slipped my mind. I knew I was thinking Builder. I just couldn't figure out what the name was before it. So yeah, Extreme Builder is a perfect option as well. Now Thrive, I think you mean I posted Thrivecart. You mean Thrivecart, Brooks? Thrivecart is a shopping cart solution that actually includes a checkout. Thrivecart's valuable because it allows you to take money without the high fees of PayPal. You can take money through PayPal, or you can use Stripe. It also is a really cool checkout system that will give you the ability to have one-time upsells and a whole lot of customized checkout pages and upsell pages. So Thrivecart's another good option as well. Now, most of these are monthly. My one that I'm bringing out will be a $67 one time. Oh, Thrive Lead Pages is from Thrive Themes. Okay, cool. I've heard of Thrive Themes before, Brooks. That would probably also work. Yeah, that would probably also work. Thrive Lead Pages, it sounds like the type of thing that would work. I would need to check it out, but I'm sure it will. If it has an opt-in, if it gives you the ability to add an opt-in page, then chances are it will most likely work. Awesome. Thanks, Dave. Fantastic. Cool. So if you have any more questions, let me know. Otherwise, we'll wrap this up today, and we'll have another webinar which will be happening probably Thursday this week, and you'll get another email about that. So look out for your email inbox. It'll be another recorded webinar. We'll go through the other traffic sources that we couldn't cover today. I was just going through, and I think there's a lot of content to be covered here. So we'll go through that on the next webinar, and then we'll do a recap also tomorrow on Thursday as well. So let me know if that sounds good. And I'll take this final question here from Leland. How do you suggest that I market to business owners on how to automate their business? That's a very broad question, Leland. What I recommend doing is that actually I know what to do. Give me that'll work. Okay. What I'll do is who actually is interested in local marketing per here? Put a 1 in the box if you're interested in local marketing. All right, what I'll do is, here's what I'll do. What you've asked is a very broad question, but local marketing is an important piece, and all the skills that you're learning are really useful to local marketing. Now, my wife and I have been in offline marketing for a number of years. I don't do offline marketing anymore. I used to. Since leaving New Zealand and traveling, I stopped doing it. But before then, I was using local marketing, doing local marketing, and making money through local marketing. I still, have some coaching clients that I have. However, most of it I decided to get rid of when I started to travel. Now, the point that I will make is we recently created a training course called Local Kickstart. I'm not sure if anyone's heard of that, but Local Kickstart is a training product which is going to show you exactly how to do local marketing step by step. It's really well laid out, and we created it as a small part of a larger course that we're creating at the moment. Give me an email today. Actually, give an email to support@sandbaggersupport.com and subject Local Kickstart 4-week coaching program. All right, so put that into support today, and I'm actually I'll send you out a copy of Local Kickstarter. All right, so it's new. I'd like to get your feedback on it, and on the next call, it'd be great to be able to get your feedback on what you thought and whether it was useful or not. But it'll lay out everything about how you can apply what we're talking about here to local marketing. Cool. So that'll be the best way to do it, and it's a course that'll be selling for $97, and I'll give you guys access to that for free. And let me know your feedback on the next webinar, because it would be great to see what you learned from it and whether you have any questions about that as well if you do go through it. So that should be really good. All right, well, let me close up today and get ready for Thursday's session. It'll be in the morning at the same time, and I look forward to talk with you then. Thanks again for coming on. I hope this webinar has been educational. The replay will be up on the website later today. I'm going to do that upload right now and have it later on today with the other webinar replay from last time. And thanks again. I hope this was useful today, and I look forward to talking with you again soon. Thanks for coming on, and I will catch you on the next webinar. See you later.